Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we will have an individual reading for Joshua. I am kind of happy that we're finally reaching the end of all of the 17 members, and for everyone that has patiently been waiting for this video, I hope you like it. And let's get into his current energy. Afterwards we'll go to his career, his love life, and any healing messages. So yeah, let's get into it. We have the Two of Swords reversed. It's so bright. Let's see. So there's a chance that he's conflicted and he doesn't even know of what necessarily. We have the Queen of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune reverse, the Knight of Pentacles reverse, and the Knight of Wands reverse. So it seems like he wants to start taking action towards something. Usually the Knights are of changing and moving energy, and it feels like he wants to start moving towards something, but it feels like there's something getting in the way that he can't, and that something feels like it's him. He may be afraid of not being able to succeed in whatever thing he wants to focus on, because we have the Six of Wands, and that tells me that the Six of Wands tells me that he will be successful or he will do well, but there's something that he may be struggling to move towards or get done. There's two Knights. It tells me that he may be conflicted and he wants to analyze and think deeply before he takes action, but then we have Sagittarius energy right here that kind of shows that he probably wants to get more information before he moves into battle, I guess you could say. We have 3 Wands cards out of the 6. So it could be trying to follow his passions or what he wants. The Horses tells me that he wants to be strong and move forward. But I am getting that there's probably some sort of freedom that he may not feel free, or there's some sort of restriction that doesn't allow him to move forward freely. A bunch of cards fell. I don't think I'll take them. Let's see, let's get some clarifications of these cards. Two of Swords reversed. Why is that reversed? You have the Seven of Pentacles. So that Two of Swords reverse tells me that he's thinking of what steps to take next. He's analyzing the situation maybe a bit more than he should. The Knight of Pentacles tells me that he's overthinking it. He's overanalyzing whatever situation he's in, whatever area of his life he's in. He seems to be thinking about it very deeply. And that Seven of Pentacles that we got here to clarify the Two of Swords tells me that he has to be patient, or he's taking his time with making a decision, and that's why the Two of Swords is there. He may be analyzing things to the point where he doesn't really see his options anymore, because he's looking so much into the details, he can't see the bigger picture. We have the Ace of Wands. So with that Queen and the Ace of Wands, it feels like he wants to start working a little bit more on his image, on his confidence, maybe continue taking care of his body. It feels like exercise is a thing with him. It seems like right now he's taking care of his physical body, of course, but it also feels like he wants to take action towards something. And then we have the Two of Swords again, so he's definitely thinking of making a choice, but he may not even know what those options are yet. He may not really have an idea of what's going on. Let's see, let's ask about the Two of Swords. So I think I did this in the Sunkwon video where I was wondering, I started to look at what those two choices are. Let's see, oh, we have the Queen of Cups, but I'm not too sure if it was reversed or not. Kind of just slowly fell. Oh goodness. All the cards just... Okay. What is the other option? Is that the World? Okay. So his two options, the Queen of Cups and the World reversed. So maybe he's... The Two of Swords could be that he's in between two ideas, and those two ideas, or two things, two opportunities, two clashing things, ideas, thoughts, because the Swords is all about what you think, your ideas, your thoughts, right? So I'm starting to think that maybe there's two people in his life. It could be two potential romantic partners that he's like not juggling, but he's in between, like, should I choose this person or this other person? Or it could be that he's debating whether he should continue down his path, whatever it is that he decided. I mean, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the World pretty close to each other, so it feels like he may be debating between a person and his career or his life, which I'm not too sure why they will be on two separate things if he can have a person in his life. I think he's just complicating things for himself a little bit too much. But let's see. Why is a Wheel of Fortune here? Wait. So we have the Hierophant, and why is the World here? Just wondering. Judgment. So he has major arcanas over major arcanas. So that tells me that he may be thinking a little bit more if he should approach this person or this idea of, like, or maybe someone that may have awoken his emotions or his spiritual side, his creative side, his sensitive side. So whoever woke up that side of him seems like he's debating if he should continue on the path of approaching this person, this sort of start this courtship with this person, or if he should go down the paths and lessons that he has to go through, as we all do. I just realized it was out of focus. Forgive me. And with the Wheel and the World, it feels like there's something, a cycle he has to end, or a path that he's fated to go through, a journey, probably goals that he has for himself, fortunes and blessings life has for him, and he knows that they're there. The Hierophant tells me that he but it feels like this other path is about self-love, about the Hierophant in Judgment tells me that he may not be fully aware or understand that there's a path that he has to go through, like a destiny, you could say. Like, it's his destiny to go through this path. And this path will be like will take him through the lessons that he has to learn for himself. How to be a leader, how to start taking action, how to feel victorious, how to be more confident. It could be something like that. This Ace of Wands was underneath the Queen of Wands, so that tells me that he kind of wants to start taking action towards something. And yeah, I usually don't see the cards like this, but in this case it could be like that. Usually when you get court cards, which is queens, kings, and knights, it could mean people. So in this case, there's a chance that maybe he wants to start taking action towards a potential partner, as much as it could just be the energy of the card, which the Queen of Wands rules Leo, so that will be self-confidence, optimism, happiness, stuff like that. With this, I just thought of something pretty interesting. We have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, which are fixed signs, and the Wheel of Fortune, and if you see, the World has the fixed signs. We have, let me see if I can show it a little bit. Let me see. So if you look at the wheel, we have what's supposed to be Taurus and how do you call it, in Leo, which are fifth signs. And if I remember correctly, this deck actually shows all of the, is it symbols? I guess all of the fifth signs right there. So in a way, I have a feeling that he has a lot of, there's a chance that right now Joshua is going through a period where he has to look at himself a bit more and understand himself a bit better. He's going through changes and transformations in a way that he will eventually start seeing this new side of himself, or he is probably destroying this idea he has of himself. So there's a chance that right now he's going through a period where he will destroy his beliefs, or he may be changing his ideas and thoughts. Usually oh, I just realized I turned it upside. Sorry, it was reversed. We're gonna keep it reversed. So there's a chance that what he's going through, usually fifth signs are signs that have a very strong idea of what they believe in and strong principles, and it's very hard to change them and shift them to different ideas. Even Aquarius, which is an air sign, will be very difficult to change their way of thinking because they're a fifth sign. Unlike the other ones that are a little bit easier to sway and persuade to different ideas. And to me, it feels like Joshua has this energy of someone that is very grounded and very centered, and it's also of someone that just may find it a bit difficult to go through changes, and it seems like he's about to go through one or two, or he's about to have something that's going to change him, and maybe people are the way that is going to influence him and change him. And I think that this person could be someone that is going to like push him to start taking action in a way, when in reality he's more of a person that thinks before he acts, and right now he has thoughts of wanting to take action towards something, as we see over here, but he may be struggling and juggling two ideas of how he should do things or when he should do stuff or something like that. I have a feeling that he's overthinking something, as we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, which tells me that he's using Virgo energy in quite the negative way. So overthinking, over-analyzing, maybe feeling anxious. There's this sense of feeling with this Knight of Wands. There's a sense of him feeling trapped or feeling like he doesn't have the freedom to move around, which could be the situation that we're all in, and he can't travel as much as it could just be that he may want to start taking action and he just doesn't really know how or when to do things. So let's get a clarification for the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and this. So the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and then we have the Two of Pentacles. So he has to figure out a way to balance the energy of someone that is stable and wants to organize their ideas and thoughts, to be someone that is cautious and wants to take. Oh, I just realized one thing. The Hierophant is Taurus energy, and then we have the Queen of Cups, which is Scorpio, and then the Queen of Wands, which is Leo, which are all fifth signs, which kind of wanted to point that out. Anyway, so with the Knight of Pentacles reverse, I have a feeling that we got a clarification of Two of Pentacles. So that tells me that he has to balance the energy of Virgo. So Virgo tends to be someone that can, as I mentioned, the bad qualities of it, overthinking, maybe overworking, being anxious, of taking action, and looking at the details a little bit too much. And he may be a bit too self-critical, and maybe that's why he's struggling to start taking action towards something. But the good qualities of Virgo will be, again, just like Virgo could be a workaholic. That means that they're able to work hard. They're able to give a good service. They're able to look at the little details, and that self-criticism could be helpful in self-improvement, right? But it's all about balance. There's a very thin line between working hard to achieve your goal because you're goal-orientated, and then exhausting yourself because you're working more than enough to get something done. We have the Knight of Wands reversed, and to clarify, we have the Star. So there's a chance that he wants to leave this energy and move more towards a more carefree, happy, someone that is able to just take action. Still mature though. I always see Sagittarius energy as a very mature, fiery energy, but that's probably because I've never really had a Sagittarius that I was close enough to see how reckless they could be. or maybe because my Pluto's in Sagittarius, I see a more mature side of Sagittarius. I see the star, and it feels like his dream is to be more carefree, more happy, have the sense of freedom. Because I still feel that in Joshua's energy, there's this sense of feeling very trapped, feeling like there's no freedom or liberty to express himself in a way that he's comfortable. And what I mean by express himself, I don't necessarily mean in speaking. I feel more of action. He seems to be someone that wants to do things, and it just finds it kind of hard to just go for it because he wants to. I feel that he's the type of person that likes to rationalize his reasoning towards doing things, and because of that, it may be a bit difficult for him to just take action because that's what he wants. We have the Six of Wands, and then to clarify, the Ace of Cups, which tells me that if he were to just take action because he wants to and just go forward and do the things that he wants to do, he'll be very successful. Since he is overly cautious and thinks a little bit too much, looks at the details, is constantly trying to improve himself and be better, that will aid him if he just tones it down a little bit, because it's so extreme in wanting to improve himself, his image, the way that he thinks, and it will help him to tone it down a little bit, because all he needs to do is just move forward and take action. And that Six of Wands tells me that whatever it is that he does, he will be successful. But the biggest victory is his own happiness and the fact that he's taking action in what he wants to do and when he is, in a way, accomplishing his goals. And that Ace of Cups tells me that it will give him a lot of emotional satisfaction. This Ace of Cups he has two aces, so he's about to end one cycle, destroying his fixed beliefs which are very earthy and grounded. We don't have Capricorn cards in here, but we have Taurus and Virgo, so there's a lot of earthy energy that he kind of wants to let go of, so like that he can start he can start this new cycle, which is an Ace of Wands and an Ace of Cups. So finally taking action because he wants to, because he feels like it. Finally starting to move forward because being guided by his heart rather than his head. So thinking less and feeling more in a way. So yeah, let's get into his career and see what we have for him. Let's see what we have for Joshua's career. We already know that he wants to change somehow, but I don't know how that will affect his career, if at all. So we have Unity. Okay. So I have a feeling that Unity is the card that is kind of saying this is what he thinks of his career. He feels that his career gives him the ability to connect with a lot of people, to meet a lot of people, work with many, many people, probably help him balance, because he's working with people that help him take action when he is someone that thinks a little bit more than he thinks more than he does. He's very cautious, I feel, and he's surrounded by people that kind of balance him in the way that he may be thinking, oh, I kind of want to do this, and he's going to encounter someone, probably someone in the group that will be like, let's just go for it. Don't hold back and just take action. And I have a feeling that that's one of the good things about this Unity card. In his career, he has met a lot of people that have helped him change, and you have the Shift card right here. So it's his career has been an outlet that has helped him transform and change his way of doing things. So in his current energy, we saw the Wheel of Fortune and the World reversed, which tells me that he may not be there yet, or he may not even be conscious of the cycles that he's closing. And one of them is changing the way that he does things, the ideas he has of himself, or the ideas he has of how things should be done. He is about to change things and finally be a bit more impulsive, because funnily enough, many people may have a bad idea or a bad connotation of the word impulsive, but I feel that he kind of should follow his heart a little bit more. So I guess impulsive is not the right word. I think it's more genuine, sincere, and just following his heart. So just doing what he likes, being happy and enjoying that. And I feel that in his career, he has met a lot of people that have changed him and transformed him. and helps him balance himself. Again, he's someone that overthinks things, so he's probably with other people that help him just take action. And then he may be very self-critical, and other people are there to cheer him up and be like, you're not doing bad, tone it down, calm down, don't worry. Let's see what else we have for his career. We have the Angel of Verdancy and the Angel of Truth. I feel that in his career, he has met a lot of people that have opened him and probably... I'm saying two things. In his career, he has met a lot of people that he has probably admired or seen like, oh, you have a lot of abundance, you have a lot of beauty, there's a lot of growth within you, there's a lot of people love you, people follow you, and I think he has admired that aspect and that side from people that he kind of started to adapt for himself and use for himself. Whoops. And this Angel of Truth tells me that he has met a lot of people that has helped him see his own truth, has been able to help him understand what it is that he wants in life, what he desires, how he wants to live his life. Like, I think people have helped him with that. We have full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast, and that kind of shows me or helps me understand the Six of Wands that we saw in his current energy. The Six of Wands is a victory, so you take action and you win. And with this full moon in Libra, we have a win-win outcome. So that tells me that in his career, he has always succeeded a lot because he is meant to do that. I feel that his career was going to be the aspect that was going to change him a lot. We'll see in his love life though, because in his current energy, we saw a lot of like women, I guess you could say. We saw queens and knights. No kidding, so I have a feeling that there's going to be something important in his love life. We'll see when we get there though. And right here in his career, it feels like it's an area that's very important for him. Since I still continue going back to that Virgo energy that we saw in his current energy. So that tells me that he takes all of the aspects of his life as very important, and he's always and constantly thinking of how he can change and improve. And his career has been a very positive reinforcement or a positive way of him learning the lessons that he has to learn, probably giving him a lot of confidence, giving him a lot of balance, a lot of... The Angel of Truth tells me that it has helped him change his beliefs, his ideas, in a way that has benefited him a lot more than he may give credit or understand or think. 2 cards fell. Is that another Libra card? We have New Moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate, and then another Libra card, which is a new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. So we haven't reached his love life, but it already, like, we are getting peaks, like sneak peeks in these other 2 areas. So that tells me that there's something big coming in his love life, and we just haven't reached that part. But this meditate and contemplate, I have a feeling that he kind of has to go through these cycles and whatever he has to. There's this mental thing, this idea that he has to get rid of, this belief. And I think that's why we saw the Wheel of Fortune and the World reverse. Like, he's about to finish a cycle, which is probably this idea that he has to overthink everything before he can do anything, if at all. And he's finally following his heart a little bit more, being a bit more genuine and taking action when he feels like it, because of that. The reason being as simple as he just wanted to take action. He just wanted to go forward and follow his heart, rather than needing an excuse or a reason to move forward and get things done. So I feel that that's kind of what's going on for him before he can start approaching a healthy romantic lifestyle. I think if he walks before it, he may have a lot of issues. I think if he were, I don't know why I'm talking about it right now, if we're in his career, if he were to start some sort of romantic relationship right now when he's currently in a change, it would be very difficult. One, because he has to focus on himself, so he won't have the headspace or the time or anything to focus on somebody else. And if he did focus on that other person, it will be a lot of dissatisfaction that he will feel, because there's a lot of things in healing that he has to do for himself. He may overthink things to the point that it will make him a lot more anxious to be with someone, rather than bring him happiness and healing to just be with someone. And that's kind of what I'm seeing with all of those cards right there. The meditation and contemplation is he has to go through his change, his transformations and shifts before he can be with this person, start a romantic cycle, even though we got it here. There's a chance that he may meet a lot of romantic partners through his career. Again, we have the sense of unity, so again, maybe through his job that he's gonna meet a lot of people that will be important. No, that he may have romantic relationships with. Anyway, so let's see what we have for his career. Let's see. How does Joshua feel about his career? If I drop another card, I'm just gonna cry. So we have the Four of Swords. Let me pick it up. So the Four of Swords goes with this Pisces card of meditation and contemplation. So that tells me that his career is a good way of healing, feeling satisfied, feeling complete. I don't know why I heard that word. I guess because of the balance and the unity, there's this completeness that he's feeling. Before I shuffled his cards, I saw the bottom card, and it was the Ace of Cups, and then when I saw it again, it was the Ace of Wands. So again, he's about to start new cycles, new chapters in his life that I think will bring him a bit more of satisfaction. The way that Joshua sees his career is that it's a way where he can relax. Funnily enough, even though he's working a lot, it helps him relax. It helps him center himself. It helps him meditate and think deeply. Probably because of all the people that are helping him change and transform. The Eight of Wands tells me that it helps him take action a lot more, and it helps him center himself in the sense that he can concentrate his energy on one thing, rather than constantly thinking of what if I do this, what if I do this other thing, and then not taking action. It hasn't completely helped him just focus his energy and go for one thing, because the Eight of Wands is usually someone that is ready to just concentrate fully on one area of their life or in one goal and just going for it. And in this case, it kind of feels like he's more he's learning how to do that, how to center his energy on one thought, or to just take action. Let's see. We have Judgment again. So I have a feeling that one of the things that Joshua gets a lot is that if he gets any sort of signs, he will see them everywhere. We just got Judgment twice. We got what was the other thing? The Two of Swords twice, and I saw the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups twice. So I do think that with him, there's a lot of pairs. I guess that balance, but there's also a chance that usually he gets signs in pairs, which is different for everyone, right? Some people take a sign from the universe in threes. So if they see birds three times in like a row, or like in a day, or it just kind of stands out to them 3 times, that's kind of like, oh, it's a message. And then they start interpreting what that means for them, and that's the message. And for him, it could be that he usually gets things in twos. That balance, I'm thinking of also the Two of Pentacles. Like, I have a feeling that there's an outer force working, not necessarily against him, but complementing him in a way. Not complimenting. Complementary to him. Like, it's kind of balancing him out somehow by being on the other side. That Judgment card reverse kind of tells me that he still is not in the energy where he can follow his heart, but he's getting there. I mean, that's why currently that's what he's working on, being a bit more trusting himself. I feel that's the word I'm looking for. Like, he is currently working on trusting himself more so he can take action with no regrets. And we have the Knight of Cups and then the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands tells me that he needs to put his guard down a little bit, and that Knight of Cups tells me that he's about to. Let me think. He's about to enter the. He may be thinking of approaching this person that we saw earlier in his current energy, and seems to still be very present in his career. Because usually the Knight of Cups could be someone that is about to offer their cup of love, which usually symbolizes someone that is ready to start a romantic relationship. As I mentioned, he seems to be going through a change before he can approach this person. And I think that was a choice that he's in between for his current energy. Should he go forward and start a romantic relationship with whoever it is that he's thinking of, or should he give it some time so that he can go through the changes and transformations he has to go through before he can start a relationship? And I feel that, again, it seems like he's going to meet this person through his career, or he met this person through his career, or it could be that, again, his career has been the place where he has learned a lot of the lessons that he has to learn to gain the confidence and the positivity to just move forward and just take action. This Nine of Wands tells me that he is very guarded. He tends to that overthinking is some mechanism or some tool to protect himself, to not get damaged. So that overly cautious side of him is a way to defend himself, protect himself, so he can't get hurt, so he doesn't fail and stuff like that. It tends to work against him in the sense that it just delays the fact that he will eventually have to take action. It seems like he's thinking to the point where he exhausts all of the ideas and all of the paths and then just moves before he realizes that all he has to do is just move forward, or he thinks to the point where he has nothing else to do but take action. And because of that, it takes him longer to get things done, even though life is was telling him with the Six of Wands and his current energy that, don't worry, you'll do well, just go forward, just take action. And with that, let's get into his love life, because it seems like someone is very present with him. Oh wait, okay. So whoever he's going to meet is going to be someone that is very fiery, because I felt it was someone that someone was going to be in Joshua's reading the moment I saw the Queen of Wands, but I wasn't too sure. I thought, it could be self-love, it could be him trying to get confidence, but then the Queen of Cups also came up, and I was like, I think it's just a person. I thought maybe he's debating between two people, but I'm starting to think that it's just one person. And the thing that he's debating is whether he should focus on himself or maybe start approaching a relationship. I don't know if he feels ready for it. But whoever this person is someone that is going to be another horse. I don't know why the horses are important. I think I told my sister, if I ever see the horses, it's going to be someone with beautiful hair. So it's going to be someone with beautiful hair. But with this Phoenix, I'm getting that this person, whoever it is that Joshua is thinking of approaching, whoever he's thinking of offering his cup of love, as we saw the Knight of Cups in his career, it feels like it's someone that's going to help him transform and change. It feels like it's going to be someone that is very caring and loving, but someone that is very passionate and just moves forward. Whatever goal this person has in mind, they get it done. And I think that's probably one of the traits that Joshua probably admires of this person, because that seems to be one of the things that he struggles with, just taking action because he wants to rather than overly thinking things. And it feels like this person is also very aware of what their goal, their purpose in life is, what they want to do in life. And because of that, they have faith that they can just take action and they'll do well. Again, even though we have a Phoenix in a little bit, this Phoenix, I see fire, and the zebra has a symbol of fire. So this person's going to be a very, what is it called? Crackle. A firecracker? What the? I'm thinking of someone explosive, I guess. No. Someone very energetic, very bubbly. I don't know. I mean, I bet if you're a Joshua fan, you know what I'm talking about. But you know those moments when Joshua just kind of explodes when he gets angry. I feel the person he's not looking for, but he wants to, or that it's entering his life is someone like that. That if they get mad, they just go boom. They just get mad. Someone that reacts very easily. You can get a reaction out of them very, very easily. And I think that this person doesn't take things too personally. So if someone were to offend them in any way, shape, or form, it will kind of slide like butter. Like, it will not really reach them. They'll kind of go like, man, whatever. Because this Phoenix, I have a feeling that this person that Joshua may be looking for, thinking of approaching, is someone that has suffered a lot. Usually the Phoenix is a card that says someone that kind of burned, which could be getting rid of pain through fire, if you want to put it that way, and rises from the ashes, right? So this is someone that has gone through their own work of self-healing, self-love, and all of that, and this person has been able to mature in a way where they have done something very beautiful, which is transform all of their pain, all of their hurt, and all of the past everything, forgave all of that pain, and were able to transform all of that in a way where they can heal and learn from it. And in that way, I think it has helped them a lot, in the sense where if someone wants to just be petty, this person will not care, because they have felt worse, I guess you could say. But it has not really affected this person's light, if you want to put it that way. This person seems to be very happy. It seems to be someone that just wants to enjoy life and be happy, because they have suffered so much that they don't really want to go back to the days where they were like miserable, if you want to put it that way. And with this zebra, it feels like it's going to be someone that is not playing games, I guess you could say. Even though this person likes to have fun, likes to enjoy life, this person doesn't like to play games. And what I mean by that is that these stripes kind of show me that this person is very black and white. And what I mean by that is that if someone is like crossing some sort of boundary, this person's not going to be like, oh, well, they'll understand eventually. No, this person's going to speak up and be like, leave me alone, back off, or get out of the way. Like, this person seems to be very soft-spoken, I guess, or someone that they know how painful it could be to just allow other people to step on them. So what they do is just tell them, get out of the way, or, get off my back, like something like that, right? Yes. So this is someone that knows what they're doing very well, because sadly, I think they have experienced a lot of pain. I don't know. I feel that this is someone that has a beautiful story of being able to what is it called? Self-healing, I guess you could say. Or someone that has been able to successfully learn from the past and is not really carrying a baggage of all of the pains they have, but they have transformed it in a learning experience, which I think is something a lot of people should learn how to do. So let's see what energy Joshua may have. So we have the dragonfly, so he's currently thinking. We have air again, so he's thinking and he's changing, and I find it funny how the dragonfly card is over here in the corner. It kind of feels like he's being attracted to the fire of this phoenix type of person, of this horse. This horse. Maybe the person he may like has big teeth, because of the horse. I don't know why. Or maybe they have a nice smile, or a funny laugh, very long eyelashes, again beautiful hair. I find it very funny. Usually when I describe the partners of the other members, I kind of got characteristics, situations, or energies. And with Joshua, I'm like, oh, it could be someone that looks like this, that has this, and like physical characteristics. So if I get it right, all I have to say is I'm a witch. And if not, it was not clear, okay, guys? I can't predict the future, right? Let's just put it that way. If I get it right, I knew it. And if I didn't get it right, okay, guys, here are my list of excuses of why I didn't get it right. Don't take my word for it. We'll see when it happens. But this dragonfly, which is Joshua's energy, it feels like it's someone that is ready to transform. Do dragon? No, those are fireflies. Never mind. I was like, and he's gonna be shining bright. No, but this dragonfly is making me think of transformations. He's learning how to change and transform, because he's going through those changes. I mean, I feel he kind of has to shift his own energy before he can be with this person. So I think it's just kind of normal that he will go through a transformation of his own. That air tells me that he's going to be able to communicate properly. There's a lot of blue, and within the wings of this firefly, there's like this yellowish green. So that tells me that he will be able to learn how to communicate how he feels effectively in a way that he feels comfortable, he feels confident, he feels powerful, and so on and so on. But it feels like there's still like a path to get to that person that he wants. Or I think it's because he has to transform first before he can fly towards this person or approach them. Again, this person in Joshua's energy, it feels like it's someone that is going to help him change a lot, and because of that, he may really admire this person, or he may find it very difficult to approach this person because he may be like, oh look, this person has all these beautiful things and has a lot of experience, has learned a lot of knowledge and depth within them that I feel he may feel he's lacking a little bit. Let's see what other energies we pick up for his love life. Right. So we have friction. So it seems like there's still some difficulties, of course, which, I mean, I felt there were going to be difficulties if he may feel like he's not good enough yet for this person he's looking for. I say that he's looking for, but I don't have a... to me, it feels like he already knows who this person is. So I don't think he's necessarily looking for in the sense of like he has an idea of what he wants and he's just looking for the person that fits that list of things that he's looking for. To me, it feels like when I say he's looking for someone, it's more of he wants to approach a person that he already knows of. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're friends. It doesn't really mean that they work together. It doesn't really mean that he has really talked to this person. It could just be someone that he has observed. It feels like Joshua is very good at understanding how people work with just looking at them. Yeah, I mean, again, that Virgo energy that I feel in his current energy. And I mean, I don't know about Joshua's natal chart, but I don't know, maybe the Virgo energy is very important and I'm just tapping into that energy without even understanding why. So that friction tells me that it's going to be a bit difficult for him to approach this person because of that lacking feeling that Joshua may feel. But I think he just needs to be a little bit more honest with himself, because again, the block that he has is over analyzing something, thinking too much, and all he has to do is just kind of give himself in and take action. And I think that's the friction that he has. Should he go forward or should he not go forward, right? That Two of Swords type of thing. Another card. We have magnetism. He really, really is attracted to this person, even if he may not really be aware of it or understand why or how is it possible. Again, it kind of feels like he is not that close to this person, but he has seen enough of this person that he is attracted to them. Very attracted. And I think this is all about energies, and he may not be too aware of how that works, and that's why there's this strong pull towards each other. There's, again, this pair. We have magnetism and we have two birds, and then we had two queens, two knights in his current energy. We had two judgment cards. I saw the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands twice. We had the Two of Swords twice. So there's this sense of pairings, like there's like pairs, which I mentioned could be that he usually, when he gets a sign, it comes in pairs, as much as it could just be that there's this dual energy within him. And I don't mean like the feminine and masculine energy. It's more like there's... It bothered me that the stone was not in the smack middle of these other two stones. Okay, whatever. I lost my train of thought. Oh. Alright, this dual energy within him, it kind of feels like there's just another energy pulling him and helping him be balanced, but it's an energy it's like an individual energy from his own, like it's not coming from him, it's an outside external energy working with him, if that makes sense. Do people know the term twin flame? if you do, that's kind of what I'm getting. But I'm not saying that this person is his twin flame. I'm just sensing that this person is always with him and working with him, energy wise at least. I don't know if that's this person necessarily. It could be. It could. I mean, I haven't really talked about twin flames with any of the other guys, but with Joshua, it kind of goes like, it might be a potential twin flame type of energy. I will explain why I continue feeling like this love energy since the beginning of his reading. Which, I mean, you guys could search it up and get informed about twin flame stuff, because I don't know that much about it. I just felt the need to talk about it because of all that fire, all of those pairs, all of that stuff. We have new moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. So I think Joshua is a very lucky person, and he may not be aware of it because of all the time that he's thinking. His current energy, we saw the Six of Wands, and to me, that is Leo energy. The Queen of Wands is also Leo energy. So that's, again, that duality, that pairing of like two things. Anyway. So with that Six of Wands that we saw earlier in his current energy, that's someone that is someone that will be victorious. They take action and it goes well. And with the new moon Sagittarius, luck is on your side. I'm getting that he's always going to do well. I mean, here's the thing. I feel people can't really do wrong, because I think the only mistake is committing the same thing twice. That's like the same mistake twice, I guess you could say. I do feel that if you learn from it the first time, you went through the path that you had to go through. So I think that with him, he's always lucky in the sense that he will always be victorious. He will always do well in a way. Even if he makes a mistake or something, he's doing well because he's going through the path that he has to go through to learn the lessons that he has to learn. And I think with this card being in his love life, it kind of shows me that everything will go well and smoothly in his love life. Again, if he goes through the transformations that he has to go through. Because I don't really think he's going to get rejected by this person. I think he will do well. If he likes this person, he can go for it and everything will be okay. We have full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity, which I guess I'm not surprised. I just kind of pulled another card without thinking. We have new moon. A new start is coming. So I'm not surprised that a new start is coming. What card kind of gave that away? Maybe, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. He's starting a new chapter in his life, and he's closing another one. And with this card of it's time to release negativity, I'm getting a strong feeling that that overthinking, that is his most negative side, or what he has to work on. The new beginning tells me that he's about to enter something nice, something beautiful, and that beautiful thing is that he's going to be a bit more genuine, he's going to be a bit more happy, because he's satisfying that side of himself that just wants to get things done, that just wants to take action and think less and do more. So let's see. We have right hand empathy, so he needs to be a bit nicer to himself, a lot more caring and helpful. We have right-eyed wisdom, so right hand, right eye. So that tells me that he needs to start seeing things in the way where he can start taking action, understanding a little bit better what he really wants in life. And that empathy tells me that he has to be a bit nicer to himself, in the sense that he needs to take care of himself, be kind, because he's going through a transformation. So again, I mentioned in his current energy, I think it was his current energy, that he was very self-critical, because he's always looking in ways that he can improve himself, be better, and that's good. But again, the Two of Pentacles in his current energy kind of mentioned that he had to balance out that energy and use it to improve himself and be better, of course, but not to the point where he's criticizing himself of like, why didn't I do this thing and this other thing? I could be better, I could be like this. Of course, I think one of the things that Joshua should do to help that is just be patient with himself, which we got the Seven of Pentacles, which tells me, he's being patient, but maybe to a point of being overly cautious and maybe be a bit anxious because of all of that overthinking. But I think it's kind of normal for him, so it won't push him to the point where he is physically hurting his body by not taking action. I feel that it's just kind of normal for him to just be thinking too much. So if anything, it's just kind of like, just tone it down more so you can just freely take action, but it's not to the point where it will reflect in his physical health, if that makes sense. So yes, there's a lot of not nervous, like it's not, is it nervous? I guess all of that overthinking leads him to have difficulties just centering himself, but aside from that, it's not really nervous energy. It's just someone that is so fixed in his methodology and how to do things that life is just kind of being like, come on man, it's not working, change it. And he has to change it so it works, so it makes him happier. That's why he has to change it, just to be happier. So let's get into Joshua's healing messages. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Healing messages. We have Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up, and oh boy, will it be speeding up for him, since he is going to go through a change which will allow him to just take action freely, just do as he wishes, as he wants, as he's always wanted, desired. And yeah, we have groundhog spirit. Time to let go. So what did he have to let go? In his love life, we saw that he had to let go of negativity, and I think this card is coming back to be like, let go of that. Be more positive, be more self-loving, more empathetic, be nicer to yourself, which I think is something that his romantic partner will help him understand. I mean, he could learn that himself, as much as he can have someone that will support him and be like encouraging in that way. He learned a lot from balance in his career. He's going to learn a lot more in his love life as well. We have the crow spirit, co-create with spirit. And we have the elephant spirit, learn from the past. So with co-create with spirit, I'm getting that he has to kind of pay attention to those signs. He seems to get signs in pairs, so he should pay attention to those patterns, those couples, those patterns, those things that repeat, because those are stronger messages for him, I guess you could say. So like that, it's kind of like you say one thing and then you say it again, and that's supposed to highlight the meaning of it, or like, oh, this is important. And I think that with him, it's kind of that same idea, like, look, we're highlighting this, pay attention to it, how does it make you feel, and that's the message. And with learn from the past, I think he may have ignored a lot of messages from life, as much as it could also mean that if in the past he may have felt unsatisfied that he didn't take action, or that things didn't go as he planned, or he didn't feel lucky and happy and optimistic, it's about time he looks back and asks himself why that was the case, so like that he can learn how to change things in a way that benefit him a little bit better. So let's see. We have the scarab beetle spirit. Magic works through you. So that's taking me back to the Six of Wands and the now is a lucky time, which shows that he's always blessed, he's always protected, taken care of. Everything will go well for him because he's constantly looking for ways to improve himself. That life is kind of like, look, you learn your lessons very quickly, so he can get done with things a bit quicker, and that fact that he gets things done quicker helps him just move forward towards the rewards, I guess you can say. We have a hummingbird spirit, be here now, and then the armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. So the healthy boundaries is being present. So leave his headspace and start taking action. The be here and now tells me that he's constantly thinking of like, what should I do next? What should I do next? He's looking so much towards the future that he doesn't look in the past to heal what he has to heal. And then be more in the present. I think that's why he had to meditate. We had the Four of Swords in his career, and we also had the Meditate and Contemplate card, which I think was New Moon in Pisces. It was in his career. So I have a feeling that life is just kind of telling him, be more present, live in the now, so like that he can just take action as he wishes rather than thinking so much. I have a feeling that with him it's very important that he's always thinking, and that life is kind of like, okay, stop thinking, just do. You have the Turtle Spirit, slow and steady wins the race. So I don't think life is necessarily rushing him to change as much as like, take your time, just continue working. As long as he continues working on himself, he will do well. Everything takes time anyway, so if you rush into things, as my Aries energy tends to be, you will find yourself a bit impatient, and when life tells you wait, you're still asking life, what do I do next? And I think life is kind of like, he's doing okay. He can take his time. As long as he's healing all the way, he's fine. He can take as long as he wants. And then we have the Butterfly Spirit. Transformation is beautiful, which makes me think to all the changes that he's going to go through, which I think one of the hardest changes is to change your way of looking at life. So your beliefs are one of those things. And what he has to change, it feels like, is his methodology. So how he goes about his own life. And that beautiful transformation is that he will finally reach a point where he's a bit more happier because he's just going with the flow of his emotions and just taking action. Again, he needs to kind of leave his head. And then Dove Spirit, be peace. So I think he will have a lot more peace and a lot more calmness if he were to think less, because of that same idea that he is finally, I think he will get rid of a heavy weight off his shoulders, of his back, or however you want to say it, because he's finally thinking less. And I think the fact that he's thinking less lowers that anxious feeling of like, what should I do next? How should I do things? And trying to look at all of the details of how he should move forward. And with that, he will have a bit more of peace, in the sense that he will be calmer because he's just taking action. He's getting things done. He doesn't have to think so much towards the future. He just has to not be reckless about it. And by not be reckless, is just making sure that he's thinking on the steps that he's taking at the moment, in that now. If he thinks towards the future, like, oh, but this could be the consequences of it, yeah, that's good. But he doesn't have to look at all of the stones in the path to understand where he's going. He just needs to at least have a general idea, and that will be good enough. He doesn't have to overthink that. And I think the be peace kind of shows, like, again, the whole idea of like toning it down on his way of thinking. And then we have the Chameleon Spirit, act as if. So he, I'm getting the whole thing of like, fake it till you make it is not working for him, just because he wants to act as if as someone that is grounded, peaceful, and stable. It's not necessarily helping him be that or feel that. So if anything, life is kind of be like, instead of having that idea of like fake it till you make it or being positive, life is kind of being like, just actually feel good about yourself, and you will be good about yourself. And that makes sense. And I kind of want to just get one last card from here. I don't know, just one last card of this tarot. Just one final card for Joshua. Just one final card for him. We have the Moon reverse. If the Moon comes out of this tarot deck, I'm just gonna straight up cry. Cry of happiness, of course. Just straight up happiness. I just wanted one card. Okay, well, the Moon didn't come up. Let's see. Was it here? No, it's not here. Another Queen came up though, but no, it's not here. Anyway. So we have the Moon and the Six of Swords. I don't feel like reading them reverse, so let's go this way. I have a feeling that, why did I take out these cards? It feels like it's kind of like a warning of sorts. So the last messages that that I have for him, for Joshua's reading, is that the moon tells me that he's going to encounter a lot of unexpected things. These doors are about to open, if you want to put it that way, and he's about to get in touch with his subconscious side, to this other side of himself that he may not be too aware of. He's about to enter a period of his life where a lot of things are going to happen and he's not going to understand why they're happening, but it's divine guidance. It's supposed to happen and it's meant to happen to help him learn the lessons that he has to learn. So it might be a bit difficult for him to go towards those changes, but this Six of Swords is, again, he needs to find his happy place. And by that I mean that he needs to learn how to leave behind the rocky waters of distress, uncomfort that he may feel, and start moving towards more happier, calmer waters. That's what the Six of Swords usually means, because he's about to enter a difficult period, and that difficult period is just not really understanding what's going on. Like, life is moving forward, action has to be taken, changes are happening all over, and you don't really know why they're happening. They just are. And another interesting thing that I'm seeing is that the Six of Swords is like you're leaving some shaky, rocky waters and you're moving towards calmer ones, and the calmer ones is the moon. So I think Joshua will find a lot more peace, happiness, and calmness if he were to embrace the fact that he's about to enter a period of his life that he's not gonna know what is going on or why it's happening. If anything, the only thing he needs to know is that it's for his own good. And that is happening because change has to happen. It happens to all of us. So, yeah. That's kind of what I see for him in his healing messages. So that's it. We're finally done with all of them. Woo-hoo-hoo. I hope you like the fact that all of the 17 members have been completed. Even if Minkyu's video was a bit crappy with that audio. It got me very sad that the audio was all messed up. I hope this one actually recorded well, and if it did, you'll see me very happy posting about it everywhere. And if not, then it will probably take me longer to post. So yeah, thank you for everything. I hope you really like this. All the props to all the Joshua people, all the Joshua fans that were like, we want his reading, but we have to wait because he was literally the last one. Let me see if I can find like the list. I had like a whole list that I wrote down of everyone's name, because this is not the type, but we used one that had like 20 sides, and each number was designated to like each member. And by each member, I mean like everyone from 17 and Red Velvet, because those were the two groups that I wanted to do. And because of all of my Libra energy, it has to be balanced. If I'm going to do a boy group, I want to have a girl group in there, even if 17 is like almost 3 times bigger than Red Velvet. And in here, the plan was the 17 group reading, the Red Velvet one, and then we threw, is it called a 20D? I think that's what it's called. Right? We threw it, and depending on the number was the member that came up. And in this case, Dino came first, but I was like, look, Escoops is very close, so I kind of changed them. And that's why Escoops went first, and Irene, and then we just went down the order as you see it. And sadly, Joshua was the last one. That's why I was like, have faith, he will come up eventually. It will just take forever. And now we're finally done. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was entertaining. Feel free to look at everybody else's reading, have it in the background as you are doing anything else that you have to do. And yeah, thank you again for all of the support, all of the love, all of the comments, all of the requests, all of the everything. I enjoy doing all of this, even though I guess my favorite part is the actual reading, to see what kind of comes up out of it. Everyone has very different energies and they're very unique, so I always get like a different story, I guess you can put it, when I'm recording. And the difficult part is to actually edit them, because it takes forever. Even though I enjoy editing, it takes too long, and then I get lazy, and then I don't want to do anything. So yeah, I will have more videos on the way, more things to record and put out there. But anyway, thank you for everything. Love and healing from my part to you. And see you on the next one.